Welcome back, guys, and today we're here with another deck, and today we are here with something a bit different. I haven't really seen anyone else do this, but this is mono blue Eldrazi, well, colorless, I guess. But yes, I mean, most people. I've tried a lot of different. I've tried mono red, I've tried mono black, and I really didn't like mono black. I really don't like that 2/1, the one, and I don't know. Mono red is probably the best, but this. I think the main advantage of going mono blue is you get the ability to kind of pseudo ramp yourself to your big scary guys. If you've got in the hand, like you can go turn 2 Warping Whale to get a turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer or Whirl-a-Rug, which is pretty powerful. Or you can go like Eldrazi Sky Spawner into a turn 4 Reality Smasher. So it's like you can kind of like there's a lot of times I've been playing like Drowner of Hopes and Endbringers on turn 4, but it's kind of situational, and it's not always the best to give up like a bunch of Scions just to potentially just get one of these removed by like Declaration Stone. But overall, I mean, the deck's been doing it's been pretty spicy online. I'm pretty much just running the Essence Fluxes for not too many more creatures I've entered the battlefield effects, but I'm using them mostly for like the dodge removal. Plus, I mean, I guess it does work with Sky Spawner, Whirl-a-Rugs, Drowner of Hopes. It's absolutely brutal if they like try and 2-4 themselves, killing the Reality Smasher, and you just blink it. It's pretty powerful. But I mean, it's a fairly straightforward deck. What other cards are a bit weird in here? Prophet of Distortion. I quite like this card actually. It's card draw if you've got nothing else going on. And I mean, it's a 1/2 for 1, which isn't terrible. Plus with like Ruins of Oran Reef, it's actually a decent sized body. A 2/3 for 1 mana is pretty good. And yeah, so it's. I mean, I've had a rocky ride with it online. It's mostly just been down to really weird draws. There was one game I think it was a 4-lander with a Warping Whale, a Compelling Deterrence, and a Eldrazi Sky Spawner, and I managed to win the game without drawing into another creature. That Eldrazi Sky Spawner was the only creature I saw that entire game in 30 cards. I ended up having to go like cracked like 3 Foundry of the Consoles, and then got my Omadal on. But it was such a frustrating game. I just drew nothing but land and like random like removal spells and stuff. It was a painful draw, but hopefully we can not reenact that. This is good. I mean, if we wanted to go nuts, we could potentially get a turn 4 Eldrazi Sky Spawner. I mean, a turn 4 Drowner of Hope, but well, I don't think we're going to be that spicy. Because I mean, next turn we could Warp and Whale, and the turn after Sky Spawner, but I don't think it's worth it in this hand. I mean, if it was a Reality Smasher or something, I might be tempted. I quite like this. It's a surprising amount of targets, this exile target creature with power or toughness 1. Like, you can hit like Thing in the Ices. It's interesting. I've got to admit, I wasn't expecting a Fertile Thicket turn 1. But I don't know. The second blue is always nice there, because now like Whirl-a-Rugs are online, and we have the oh yeah, something else I didn't mention. We have the 2 mana Flash Flyers, the Dimensional Infiltrator, and the Rattle Chains. Just the flyers that I can get in the end, and they generally carry the team on the back. It's not usual for them to do like 6 damage over the course of a game. You can give yourself security over Languish and stuff. I'm not going to cast this Warping Whale before, although I wish I had now, because of course I draw into the 4-drop. I'd love to ramp out against mono green, but it's not the end of the world. So it's another thing I like about Warping Whale is that you can. What I was going to say there is that you can like get a decent board out like what we've got now. I mean, 4 power is not amazing, but it's a decent threat. And then just hold up Warping Whale protection from Languish, Radiant Flames, Rolling Thunders. I mean, it doesn't help against Kozilek's Return, but honestly, Kozilek's Return, I don't think I've actually ever seen one across from me. I can't remember the last time I saw a ramp online. But what's our opponent's name? I didn't. Okay, I can't come up with any puns or anything. I'm sorry. Well, see, another target. I mean, I'm happily just gonna bite off this Warping Whale on that Jace, or am I? Well, now that we drew a 2-drop, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I can Warp and Wail and then end step Dimensional Infiltrator. If I hadn't drawn that, I probably should have just played the Whirlrook. Let's bite this thing off. And then our next couple of turns are going to be pretty powerful. If he does have the sweeper here, which I don't really think was going to be likely in green-blue so far, then we have the Whirlrook and the Drowner Hope follow up if we keep drawing lands. Potential for Westfale will go off as well this game. But we need to rip like 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to rip 2 more lands for that to happen, plus the creatures. Explosive Vegetation. Is this like Simic Ramp? I'm fine with this matchup if it's Simic Ramp. I mean, the only things you could have is Crusher Tentacles and Displacement Wave. But I mean, we've got all these I can't even speak. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it today. It's been a long day. We've got all these end of the battlefield effects, so I mean, yeah, I'm gonna play the Whirlrook out. I don't know what I was really thinking about that. I made that sound like it was an intense decision, but I mean, holding up Essence Flux isn't exactly exciting. So we have potential of 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I think we could potentially Omodal next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 mana available, including the Scion. We have other creatures to sack now. So I mean, we could just blow him back with an Omodal here, but no luck. I don't think I'd actually go for it because I am not getting blown out by Disperse. I think we just attack all out here. We potentially lose our Scion, but I'm not going to hold it back in case he just jumps. Sick play for him would be block and then like, I don't know, Natural Connection, and then he gets to flip his creature. Instead he just trades. I guess I could have Essence Fluxed. Oh, he's dead anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you leave on that 0.3 sec. I never got that. Like, I'll leave opponents bad mana me, but I was not bad mana rings there. Yeah, so I have been doing a bit of ranking. I dropped down pretty low. I don't know, I keep doing that. I keep going down to like 20. I think I hit 17. I think that was pretty brutal. Wasn't with this deck. I was trying to build a, what was it? Naya kind of ramp deck, and it was getting shit on. I was either just finding like 13 lands and no finishers, or just a hand with like 2 lands and then just need to hit that 3rd land, and then nothing ever happens. And then I got pretty salty, deleted that deck, built this thing, and then it's been smooth sailing ever since. I don't think this is the most like powerful deck I've ever built, but it's definitely been fun. I've had some I got absolutely blown out by a Call the Bloodline with this deck. I had a god draw, I'm not even gonna lie. I had double Reality Smasher, a Thornat Seer, like all the mana I could ever need. And I didn't realise that Call the Bloodline, I was playing a vampire deck. Yeah, no. Yes, I didn't realise that Call the Bloodline, the vampire tokens from that have lifelink. Which doesn't sound too relevant because, you know, they're only 1/1s, but my opponent had a Stencia Masquerade as well. So I was just like, screw this guy, I can just race him. I don't care if he's got like, I don't know, like 2 tokens and a Blood Mad Vampire or whatever. I can race this guy. And then I'm like, hang on, his life total should be 5, why is he on 13? And then it hit me like a truck. Ooh, can I click escape? I don't want to play this. Yes, I can, good. There we go. So that was an entertaining loss, as I realised that them 1/1s which I'd left alone were now like 4/4 lifelinkers, which are pretty good in a straight race apparently. This is a pretty good draw. We have Dimensional Infiltrator turn 2, potential turn off. Our turn 4 is pretty powerful. This is a hand I'd love a Warp and Wail for, just to ramp out one of these 2. Alas, never lucky. I mean, I think the play would be to go turn 4 Whirlrook. Well, actually, it's tough. Either way, because of the Runes of Oran Reef, I can make the token from Whirlrook a bit bigger, so I can have like a 2/1 softer as well. I need to hit second colourless, so I want to do that with Thornot though. Opponent is probably going to be playing a counter spell here. Liliana. Spatial Contortion looks pretty good right now. Apart from that, ooh, Reality Smasher. Okay, so we got some pretty strong draws coming up, but a turn 3 Lily is always scary. We could even activate this thing's ability if we wanted to, but I don't think that's ever relevant. I'd much rather just keep it safe from removal, and then, like, if he tapped out and I had nothing else to do, I'd probably just use that, but I'm not going to bank on its ability. I could just bounce his Liliana here. Do I let it hit me? Yeah, we let it hit us, and then if he does nothing else, we'll bounce it end step. If he goes to, I don't know, like Flashback Marauder or something here, that could be pretty good. Let me pause, thank you very much. See if he, if he blows a counter spell on a Compelling Deterrence, I'm over the moon, because look at my hand. And he's obviously got counter spells now, which is sad, because I have a lot of stuff I don't want to get countered. So it's a taxi if he has anything. Honestly, of the two cards I've got in my hand right now, I'd kind of prefer Whirlrug or Thornot. Whirlrug, if he has Languish, well, they're both die Languish, but you can't let either of them resolve, but just more which one I want. And I think I kind of want a Whirlrug, because this is a tough one. If you play Thornot, he's going to counter wherever we play. If Thornot resolves, he could just kill it with a Grasp of Darkness, and then whatever, but I'm not too worried about Languish, because I've got Reality Smasher plus Endbringer, so I guess we just play out the Thornot, because okay, I think this is, damn, we're not worried about Languish because we have these two stronger 5 costs. And if he taps out for Languish next turn, so I think I'm going to Thornot here, because he's going to counter Thornot, and then Whirlrug is the better follow-up to a Languish. Oh, that didn't make any sense, but in my head, this is the way I wanted to go. I wanted to counter this. Okay, never mind. All that work, and you didn't even have the counter spell. But we're gonna get to nail a card in his hand, which is pretty strong here. Discarding Kozilek. This is a reanimated deck. We could be in trouble. Liliana, it's Necromantic Summons. We have to get that, don't we? 12-12 Kozilek, which we have no answer for in this, because we've only got 2 Compelling Deterrences. He has 4 lands, so he can't kill us this turn with it. But we have to get the summons. It's that simple. He hasn't got any more Reanimator in his hand, and we can't risk him top decking an untapped land and just getting a 12-12 on the field, which we can't deal with. So he can Languish here and 2-for-1 us. Yeah. 3-for-1 us, I guess, because he gets a card. But we can just Reality Smash here. We need to race him. And I should have paid more attention what he has in his hand. I am definitely not on form today. But I don't think there's much he had in his. He had a Liliana at Telentine. He didn't have any counter spells. He had, I think he had another Epiphany or something, but we couldn't risk him hitting a land there and then just, because I guess we could make a 12-12 Whirlrug. Not 12-12 Whirlrug. We could still attack through with Whirlrug making a Reality Smasher unblockable, but even then, we have to. It's a 12-12 with Menace, which we have to double block each turn. Although I guess Endbringer could have came down and stopped it attacking. every turn, or blocking every turn. I don't know. I mean, language there, I feel is pretty good because we've got a follow-up Reality Smasher, so I didn't really feel like I needed to take that. I know. It's a cruel game. So he's going to play replay Liliana here. We're going to Whirl Rogue. I'd love to Whirl Rogue, and then we can actually put a counter on a Thopter as well. Unless we rip a land, in which case we Endbringer. But I mean, we got. I mean, I haven't actually built a reanimated deck, but if I was going to, I'd probably just have 3 necromantic summons and the 2 ever afters. So I'm gonna assume he's only got 4 more reanimative spells in his deck, which means I mean, if it would love it if it let me pause here. There we go. Guess it wasn't like a desperate need to pause, but there's a bit of lag in this game as well, which isn't helping. Well, you know, may as well make my Thopter a 2-1. I mean, a 2-2 doesn't hurt. I mean, he can attack me back next turn, but I doubt he's going to be. Well, I don't know. We've gone down to 8. We have 3 power in the air. He didn't have another sweeper in hand. We've already got through 1 languish, although he's digging pretty deep, to be fair. And he's left. You know, do you want the really tragic thing? I would love to play this game out because you know, it could go either way. But unfortunately, after that Boros video where I got screwed over, that's actually happened to me twice more. So, to be honest, anytime my opponent offers a concession, I'm just going to take it now, just because honestly that's been happening to me a lot recently, and it's kind of frustrating when you have a good game, you want to see how it plays out, and instead of getting the coins, the win, death challenge points, etc., you have to dashboard out the game, which is not exactly fun. So unfortunately, from now on, if my opponent concedes turn 2, I'm going to join them because Stainless can't make a good game. and that's the tragic factor in that. But I mean, 2 wins, I guess. I still think, I mean, I'm guessing him leaving means he has nothing. So, hey, Neto Gamer, or Neto Gamer. He's a couple of ranks higher than me. Let's see if we can break the 30 barrier. This is a keep, I think. We run 25 lands in this deck, and 1 land here is pretty solid. Opponent's mulliganing. He's went down to 6. We have 3 playables in our hand. We have both colors of mana. It's not in 25 lands. It's not. Warping Whales, I guess, could help us as well. So I think this hand could work out. Well, and then as soon as we say that, we rip the most expensive spell on our deck. I swear to God, if our draw goes like Drowner of Hope, Endbringer, Drowner of Hope, Endbringer, Reality Smasher, I'm just never going to play this game again. Although, I mean, if this guy was if it was a bad mulligan to 6, we might be able to just kill him in the air. Unfortunately, it looks like someone's took a page out of Legends book and stole his Delirium deck. No, I don't know. I kind of just this. Obsessive Skinner, for me, is not a card I'd ever consider running, but after watching that video, I'm a lot more tempted these days. And right on time, we draw one of our only 2 tap lands. Magic, you art thou, bitch. I guess it's not the end of the world, because, like, if we could just play, like, a turn behind and then, like, go make our Eldrazi Skyspawner 3-2, which against Black Green, I'm guessing is going to be pretty good. Especially as I doubt he's going to be running Languish. Crow of Dark Titans, this is definitely the Delirium deck. Not going to block. And to be honest, I think I'll offer the trade if he wants it. Might as well activate this ability, I guess. I'm not going to bounce anything. I'm not bouncing a Crow of Dark Tidings just because he gets the end of the battlefield effect. I don't think he's on Delirium yet. He's only got lands in there, so we nailed the second Obsessive Skinner, which I guess is alright. Land on time. Unfortunately, we don't have second blue, so we're going to trade this Dimensional Infiltrator off because we can have a bigger threat in the air with the Sky Spawner. So, on that note, just have to make sure it taps right, because this game loves fucking you up. You're tapping with Runes of Oran Reef. So, I mean, I'll make that trade. He gets to mill 2 more cards. You can actually, in theory, get Delirium here. Got a second Crow, which is nice. Okay, he's only got 2 card types in there. Make sure this taps right. As you can see, for some reason I would much rather keep a Foundry up, apparently. So, unfortunately, I think this is like the only way it actually potentially can do it. Okay, there we go. Just as the programmers wrote it out. It won't let me. There we go. Okay. So I mean, we're on 4 lands. We don't have double blue, but it's not the end of the world. I can only imagine the only flyers this deck's gonna have would be Crow of Dark Titans. So the fact he's already down 2 is good news for our 3-2 in the air. In worst case scenario, even if we draw nothing, we can just start activating Prophet of Distortion. Inexorable Blob without Delirium yet, but that could be a problem if he goes like Gather the Pack. And he doesn't attack, that's interesting. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Just going to try and clock him down in the air here. I think we can race, unless he gets Delirium for that blob, which is a pretty big if. Just making sure it's not tapping my Scion, sorry. Because I'll tell you what, that's one thing this deck has told me, just check your mana at all costs. It'll tap your Westveil when you're about to flip it for Omadal. It's a cruel mistress. Okay, so we have 6 power in the air, he's on 12 life. Vessel of Nascency, this could be it. I mean, he'd be pretty unlucky if he doesn't unlock Delirium. Although he's not going for it. Oh, he doesn't have second green, never mind. Could have Grasp of Darkness. And he wouldn't have needed to cast it first because he's only got 2 land types. I think we just take the hit and then just crack him back on the backswing. Because if we just get 1 point of damage through along the ground, then we have the 2-turn clock in the air. Rattle Chains. I might just keep up Compelling Deterrence, because that's the only way I can see us losing this game, is him delirium it up. Well, even now, I mean, if he's going to spend 2 mana to crack that vessel, he's stuck on 3 lands. I could have even just ramped out a Drowner of Hope. That might have just been the play. In fact, I think it was the play. I should have just done that, and then I could have tapped down. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Oh well, let's see what he gets here. There's an instant, and he's still only on 3 card types. That's really... Actually, no, the vessel's an enchantment. So we'll have to bounce this thing. Although he's dead either way now. With 1 black. He needs, like, fogs. Or, I guess a grasp does it. So he doesn't get the token, and he has to spend 2 turns if he ever wants to get value from it again. Okay, this is game. So, yeah, three matches, 3 wins, 3 pretty good ones. Let's see if we finally rip that second blue Warping Whale. Alas. They don't have lifelink. I'm so paranoid. I keep checking like random cards to see if it has lifelink. Nope, it's just Delirium. He's he's going down fighting, and he didn't rage quit. So props to him, and he got land screwed. There's not much to say. That was a very awkward draw. He milled like 6 lands and got land screwed pretty hard. But it's a good day for us in the office. We are now the road to rank 40. We're on the final stretch, and yeah, so not much else to say. That was 3 matches, 3 wins. Pretty lethargic video, as I'm sure you can tell, but it's been a long day. I'm pretty tired, and I love how this deck. Fun fact: this deck I used to have. Is it Dimensional Infiltrator? No, it's not that one. Deep Fathom Sculptor, the 6/6 Eldrazi that you can. It draws you a card whenever a creature deals damage. I took them out and added in the Compelling Deterrence, and this deck's speed went from 1 star to 2.5, and its strength went from. For some reason, its strength went from 2 to 2.5 stars. So yeah. The stats really matter. And on that bombshell, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.